Hello guys, this is Vysh. So we'll discuss the editorials for August 10th, Thursday. We had kept it on hold for 2 days. So Thursday's episode, Friday, and then today Saturday's 3 episodes are pending, which by tomorrow, Sunday, we will try to complete. Okay. So today we have 3 topics to discuss. I will show you the headlines also so that you get an idea like what all things we are going to discuss today. Okay. So the test series, I'll tell you at the end of this video, it is closing. Okay. So after that, if you come and ask, we cannot take more students. 5 more days maximum, the installments and discounts will be available. After that, you will have to pay the full price of it. So make use of it if you are a serious aspirant. Okay. So today's articles, if you see, the first one, this is about India banning the import of laptops from outside countries. Or it's not banning, it's actually a license is required now if you have to import it. So that difficulties and that challenges, that little bit we'll discuss. Then here, it is the politics, the INDIA alliance has been formed by the opposition 26 parties, which we will not discuss. It is of no use for your exam. Here, Haryana riots, again, every day two articles are coming on Haryana riot. It is the usual Hindu-Muslim riot which has been happening historically in our country. So specific to that area, like how many buildings got destroyed, how many people are dying, like this every day in a different author's perspective it comes out. So we don't need to read like this and waste time. Haryana specific a video we will make. Okay, I have asked ma'am to do it. It should be out in 1 week time. So we'll combine everything and then tell in that one single video. Then West Bengal's higher education local news article, it is of no use. Here, cluster bombs, which we have discussed multiple times. Again, some interesting points about some conventions, international convention on cluster bombs is there, that we'll discuss here. Then here, again, Russia-Ukraine war, one peace conference is being attempted, Jeddah peace conference in Saudi Arabia. So that we will discuss. So 3 articles are there which we have to discuss today. Okay, here Jammu and Kashmir riots related charts and graph is given, which is not much useful. It is just like showing up and down the graph, like sometimes it is going down, sometimes it is going up, the Jammu and Kashmir related riots. Okay, so test series, again at the end of this video I'll explain. This is the WhatsApp number where you have to come and contact me. If it's for foundation, is it for test series, is it for lectures, anything. If you are a UPSC aspirant, you have to come and do the instructions which we tell you there. Okay. So the first article, we'll discuss the cluster bombs. Why are cluster bombs controversial? And multiple times, if you see July 10th and July 17th, a detailed article came where same thing like cluster bombs is being provided to Ukraine by USA and other countries, and that is like kind of not a good sign. Okay, because cluster bombs is something which everybody is trying to ban. So a lot of theory have already been explained in these 2 episodes. So I expect that you are a serious aspirant and have watched all these. Okay, and if you are someone who have already seen this episode, now please pause this video and hit a like and comment. Okay, I want a like, a comment and a subscribe button, else it is very difficult to continue this as a free series. So please do it. Okay, it's for your good only we are telling. Please do that like and comment so that we can feel like doing more and more free initiatives for you. Okay, this 10th, 11th, 12th, there are excellent articles which is your main topics. So please support to get those things. Okay, so now here why this thing is controversial, this bomb. USA is supplying cluster bombs to Ukraine, okay, and Russia already has cluster bombs. So this is creating controversy. Here if you see one place name has been highlighted, Kyiv. Okay, Kyiv is Ukraine's capital. So that again is important because match the following questions will come, cities in news. So now again, these are bombs, you can call it like a cluster of bombs, meaning it will look like one missile kind of thing which you drop from aeroplane or something. You will put it there in that place. So when you are putting there, out of that a lot of small bombs will come out. So cluster bombs, and another problem is it will not like immediately blast. Many things will stay here and there because it will, like in a wide area, it will go and fall, these cluster bombs. Many will simply stay there without blasting. So later, the civilians simply while walking through it will step on it or something, it will blast. So civilians also die. That is why this cluster bombs is a very dangerous thing, and that is why a lot of organizations are trying to ban it. Okay, so now that is what is told here, and there a term you can see in red color, dud rate, DUD rate. Dud rate is the same thing like how many years this will stay like this, or how many is the chance that it will blast later. Okay, that is the rate, dud rate. So this inactive bomblets are like landmines. Landmines, you know, when you step on it, it will blast. So it's like a landmine, dangerous landmine. So the civilian population, women, children, everybody for a long time are going to suffer. So according to Human Rights Watch, which is a civil society organization, Russia has been using it like continuously on Ukraine, and another city named Kharkiv is given, okay, where cluster bombs attack happened, and then lot of civilian death happened, civilian hospitals, schools, homes, these things were destroyed. Okay, now Ukraine is also going to use it because USA is providing them. This is going to worsen the situation. Okay, so this is not appreciable. So now cluster bombs have a notorious history. It's not like first time being used or something. From the Second World War time, this was being used. After that, USA used it in the Vietnam War, in Afghanistan bombing, in Iraq bombing, everywhere they have used this. Okay, so this monitor, cluster munition monitor is there, who monitors all these things, and they tell like more than 86,000 people have died in this cluster munition affected countries since the 1960s. Okay, so different organizations, again, if you see, there is landmine and cluster munition monitor, which is again a civil society initiative. They do research on this ICBL CMC. ICBL means the landmine related thing, CMC means the cluster bombs related thing. So from 1999 and 2010, these two monitoring has been happening, and this many treaties, conventions, all these things are there. The most important one, the treaty or coalition you can tell, is the Cluster Munition Coalition, CMC or CCM, however you call it. Okay, that's a convention. So this one, if you see, again a civil society movement. This in 2008, you can tell it started, where they are telling prohibit or ban all the cluster munitions, and in Ireland, May 30, 2008, it came, like formally it came out, and around 94 countries in Oslo in in December, they have like you can tell signed. Okay, Oslo is a place in Norway. So after that, it became a binding agreement in 2010. August 1, 2010, now it's also August, so August 2010, around 30 countries formally ratified it. Whenever there is a treaty, you should understand that there is different processes. One is you introduce that convention, then parties sign that convention. After that, people have to ratify it also, meaning you will be ready to implement it also. So that ratification, when these many count, they will tell like 50 people have to ratify, 100 people have to ratify. That depends on treaty to treaty. So here it was 30 people had to ratify out of the 94 who signed. So 34, when they ratified, this became a legal thing, and as of now, okay, more than 111, 112 countries are there, and out of which 77 has ratified. Okay, later also many people tried to implement it. So now many organizations, if you see 2003, another CMC organization was formed, and all these people are trying to ban this cluster bombs. Okay, but now this enactment, as you see, it is a major step. But problem, I'll tell you, we tell 112 countries have signed, 77 have ratified, but the main important countries who have this cluster bombs, right, USA, Russia, China, Israel, India, they have not signed it. Okay, Ukraine is also not signed it. So these countries who is actually having bombs and should do, they have not signed it. Many peaceful countries going and signing this, what is the point? So that is the concern here. So here in Article 1 of that coalition or the convention, the use, production, stockpiling, transfer, everything is banned. Okay, but these members have not signed it. And convention also tells if you have existing stockpile, that also you should destroy. That is why these countries are not signing, because they don't want to destroy it. They, as a backup for emergencies and all, they always want these bombs. Okay, so countries also, those who are signed, they should also design victim programs also, victim assistance programs, so that anything happens because of cluster bombs, you will provide support also. Now, when this treaty is there, Russia, Ukraine both have not signed, USA has not signed. So what will we do now? Can we tell like, okay, now they have every right to go and do it? That is when they are telling about the fundamental law about international war and all. Okay, fundamental customarily international law is there. Like example, Geneva Conventions are there. In Geneva Conventions, it is told that you should discriminate while attacking, meaning you should always attack in such a way that civilians are not harmed. That is a general international protocol anywhere in the world. Okay, so Geneva Conventions, both Russia and Ukraine have signed. So as per that, what you are agreed, you will not attack civilians at any cost, you will attack only military. So there you got a loophole now. Now you cannot keep telling that we have not signed the cluster bomb convention, so we will keep using it. You cannot do that, because you have signed the Geneva Convention, which you agreed that you will not attack civilians, you will not cause harm to civilians. This is what the author is pointing out, a loophole. Okay, so Article 51 of the Additional Protocol 1 of the 1949 Geneva Convention, of which both Russia and Ukraine have signed, there you have to differentiate between civilians and military, and so what you are doing now is illegal. This is what the author is concluding. Again, another article of the same Geneva Convention is telling, prohibit excessive use of force that will cause incidental damage to the civilian, meaning later on also whatever you did now will cause problem to civilians, then it is not allowed. So you are party to Geneva Convention, so you should not use cluster bombs. Okay, same applies to USA also. Supplying someone this thing, which you know ultimately they will use it and it will cause civilian damage. So USA is doing something wrong, but USA is justifying, telling like what bombs we have, the dud rate, DOD rate, which I told, the dud rate of our bombs are lesser, meaning there is most of them will go and explode that time itself. It will not remain dormant for years and later civilians will step on it and blast. That will not happen in our bombs because we have designed the dud rate in like low. Okay, so chances are slim that it will cause problem to civilians. This is the thing they are telling, but that also is not a good thing. Even if one bomb is there which is left out, which don't blast, then also it will cause problem to civilians. So as per Universal Convention, United Nations member countries should stop this thing and cluster bomb should be fully gone from the face of the earth. This is what the author is telling. Okay, so that's why I discussed one more time, because that organizations and treaties were extra points which did not come in July month. Okay, like this, please watch every day. Your complete mains preparation and even prelims preparation will be completely free like this through editorial. But you have to put like and comment. You are wasting a lot of time, money, effort on coaching notes and telegram groups and PDFs and all. You get scattered points. But my editorial singled every day, if you do, you are going to complete your UPSC syllabus free of cost. Okay, provided that you are listening and understanding and not just skipping and watching. Now the second article, Saudi Arabia to host Ukraine peace talks. So Ukraine, Russia is fighting. We know 18 months plus they are fighting. So now in Saudi, a place Jeddah conference, there are 42 nations came together to decide this or discuss this, the peace thing. But it is not a typical one because Russia was not even participating here. Okay. You are compromising between Russia and Ukraine and Russia doesn't participate, then how can you tell it like a proper thing? Okay, but still author is telling this is a good direction that we are going because many new people have participated. Okay, so here they are telling Russia is not invited and here Ukraine and its Western partners, that is USA and all, are trying to make it in such a way that all the benefits, meaning if you sign a compromise thing also, the treaty will be favoring Ukraine. That's why it is. But again, previous to this, you should know, previous to Jeddah Peace Conference, many other conferences also happened for peace talks. One of them was the immediate previous one was the Copenhagen Conference. Copenhagen is a place in Denmark or the capital of Denmark. So there, China did not participate. Okay, China, you know, is like a very good friend of Russia. And India is also a good friend of Russia. So that time, many people did not participate. But here in Jeddah conference, China is participating, India is participating, South Africa is participating. Okay, so these are all having good relation with Russia. So this is a good sign, because if they want peace, that means they can maybe later convince Russia also. Okay, whatever discussion happens here. So this is important, and they are telling other people, okay, some Western people and all, they did not like China's intervention also, because they are telling China can never be a neutral person. Okay, India can be neutral. They will support Ukraine also, Russia also. But China, they don't believe can be neutral, because China is telling Russia's security concerns are there. So you should respect that. And parallelly, they are telling like Ukraine's places is also important. So they are talking two things, double stand kind of thing. So China can never be a neutral backer. However, because China and India is like growing big economies and they have trade with Russia, they may be able to convince Russia to stop the war. And since 18 months, we have already seen there is no military solution, meaning these people keep fighting means there is no solution. Nobody is going to win, because China has the full support of the USA and the NATO group. Okay, even though Ukraine has not signed NATO thing, but still they are supporting. So it will never end. They will keep supplying bombs like this. They'll keep supplying this and they'll keep fighting. So again, two place names they are telling, Kherson and Kharkiv. Okay, these places and all, Russia has made a lot of advances. And then again, USA supporting Ukraine. So they are fighting back, and political and economic stability issues are coming. Security issues are coming. Ukraine, whatever they tried, they had beyond a point, they could not capture anything in Russia also. So drone attacks are happening. Ukraine cities and ports and even nuclear plants are getting attacked. Many things are happening, but there is no solution. Now, peace plan, if you take also, there is problem. Meaning, if they directly try to do a peace plan, Russia and Ukraine is telling like Russia should withdraw from all the occupied territories and go back. Okay, and Russia is telling the opposite one, that whatever we captured, from there we are ready to do ceasefire. This we have occupied, remaining we will not do, remaining you keep it as Ukraine and do whatever. So either way it is not working. So that is why direct talks won't work. And now this new countries, 42 countries which came in Jeddah, they involve the neutral partners, they involve the developing powers, the developed countries, Ukraine's supporters, Russia supporters, everybody are there. So this can help in solving the issue. That is what the author believe. Okay, now the last article. India restricts import of see, restricts, it's not ban. Okay, India restricts the import of laptops and tablet. So now India doing like this, that the author is not happy. Okay, author telling you in this globalization era where everybody import and export a lot of things, you simply tell like, okay, you cannot now send here, you come and invest here. You cannot force people. Okay, it's like gunpoint, you are holding them and telling you come and invest here, make in India, do all the laptops here itself. We don't want laptops from there. That is not a right approach. Okay, you are taking back India's thing to the 70s and 80s. This is what in the last line you can tell. 70s and 80s, you are taking back India where we had a license Raj era. Okay, when Indira Gandhi's time was there, you will know that Indira Gandhi was trying to nationalize everything. Okay, whatever was private also, she was nationalizing everything and everything under state control. Okay, no private things, banks are nationalized, insurance is national, everything nationalized. So that way, anything you have to, any small thing you have to do also, you have to apply for license, and that license, those days, you know, it will, one day you apply, it will take next 5 years to get that license. By that time, most people won't be alive also who started the business venture or whatever. So license Raj era, are you taking back India to the license Raj era? That is what the author is asking. Okay, but for that the minister has already replied that it's all digital now. License all you apply within like maybe 48 hours will be processed and it will be instant license will be provided. So it is, don't compare this with the license Raj era. Okay, so now this restriction is like now putting fear on the investors and all who want to invest in India or who want to invest in this thing. It's not right approach. Okay, overall it's giving a negative vibe, and there are many other ways that you can attract investors and come and do make in India. You don't have to forcefully put a license now. Okay, like if you want to import, get a license. If you want to do that, get a license. This kind of thing cannot happen. So the government did it thinking like to like immediate effect. Okay, they announced it last week and told like, okay, from now you need license. But they saw the media backlash, the government backlash, everybody started shouting against the government. Government now, as of now, told like from November 1 only it will come into implementation. Okay, by that time the license applying portal and everything they will make properly ready. There will be no issues. That is what they are claiming now. Okay, see the red line at the last, second last, you can see government went into damage control, deferring the curbs till November 1. Meaning immediate effect it won't come. By November 1 only you need to have this license for importing. Okay, so now again to import like license applying, okay, maybe it's like digital, but they will ask like, okay, submit that document, submit this document, tell like, okay, your laptops are safe to be imported here, there's no spy software there. They're telling the reason this only, that Chinese phones and Chinese laptops and all, they are purposely putting some spying chip and all inside that. So to avoid that only, they are going to restrict this thing. So author is telling, instead of banning or putting license, you should have some testing mechanism. Anything is coming into India, you should be able to do a thorough check and make sure that it doesn't have any extra components other than like the laptop may be American made laptop, but it is like assembled in China. So make sure that whatever the parts is approved, only that is there inside that. There is nothing hidden software or this thing. That testing thing you should improve rather than banning or putting a license. This is the author's suggestion. Okay, and now with this digital India and digital thing and all, you need a lot of electronics equipments in India. So if you cannot make it, you have to import it only, obviously. So be careful while putting such drastic measures. Okay, and again recently I taught you this 28% GST on the gaming betting app and the cricket app and all those things. So that also you are doing this and that. He's comparing, he's telling these kind of many things which you are doing, which will all create a doubt in the mind of investors who feel like investing in this gaming app, who would feel like investing in this laptops and this kind of things. So everywhere they will be a little bit doubting now. So don't create this doubt. Unpredictable policies, excessive taxation, returning to maximum government kind of policy and not giving anything to private, this and all can derail India's reform story. That is the last line. If you see, that's a very good catchy line. You can use it in your opening line or closing line in the suitable situation. Okay, if the questions are about anything about government control or privatization, globalization, you can use this line. It is an excellent line. Okay, so these are the 3 articles for August 10th. We will discuss more in the next episode. Test series, prelims and mains integrated 1-year timetable is going to help you study properly every day if you understand the value of it. Or if you don't know about it, you come and ask me in WhatsApp. I'll give you a link, video link, where we explained all these things. Okay, so this I'll wind up now. Please contact, the WhatsApp number is given on screen, and I want serious aspirants to be part of Vysh IAS. If you're not serious, simply enrolling for the sake of it and then piling up Vysh IAS materials, you should not enroll. You can get back when you are serious. Okay, meaning this 1 year is your year and next prelims I want to clear, only those people should enroll. Okay, and Instagram page link is also given. Please follow that. I need serious aspirant. I hope you have by this time given the like and comment. I'll come up with the next episode. Thank you and have a nice day.